in front of me is a much underappreciated, underloved figure in the G.I. Joe line. This is the Robo-JOE Armor Tech Star Brigade. He is the, I don't know why it's not focusing, Jet Tech Operations Expert. This is from 1993. Sorry, my phone's not focusing well. And his name is Greg Scott. He's from Casper, Wyoming. He is a scientific engineering genius working in his laboratory one night, blah, blah, blah. It was raided by Destro. He was kind of rebuilt, and Robo-JOE was born. And I think he's a cool aspect of the Star Brigade Armor Tech line, because the other ones are all figures that are characters that already existed. So you have Duke, Rock and Roll, Heavy Duty, Destro, and the Bat. So I think this line would have been a little bit better. I guess it's almost more of a sub-line from Star Brigade if we had more characters like Robo-JOE, who are kind of unique to this. But I think he's cool. I had him as a kid. You know, he's got his cyborg face going on there. He's got these gold weapons. I like him. So I'm going to open him up today. I'm looking forward to this because I have him. I don't have all his stuff. I've been trying to piece him together, and then I got this for a good deal. I did not get it for $1.99 at Big Lots. Although I do have to say I like the Big Lots price tag. I think actually with some carded figures, I think the price tag kind of is interesting. It tells a story. You know, obviously Toys R Us have the big orange ones. You see Kmart ones and some stores that maybe you didn't have in your area. So, quiet here while I open this. So you got his own little tray, kind of an extra tray there. That's kind of cool. You have your insert. So yeah, I think it's a very cool sculpt. I like him. Let's listen for this plastic. You know how much I like this. The cracking of those joints for the first time ever. He's been in prison for 24 years. But yeah, I mean, obviously very 90s. You know, he's got the orange, kind of the neon orange. He's got the splatter paint effect. And he's got this helmet that's kind of unique. I don't know. I don't think the helmet actually goes well with the rest of his get-up. I don't know. It's kind of Batman-esque. And it's not on the card art either, so I think he actually is one of the few that looks better without his helmet on. We have a gold figure stand, which is kind of a cool thing, cool color. We have this tree here. I think some of these can also be used for the orange and black roadblock, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure. His missile launcher is unique to him. And what's cool about that is that actually mounts right here on his shoulder. It should mount right here to his shoulder. Having some trouble there. There we go. So that mounts to his shoulder. He's got a couple missiles here. This gun actually goes to, this actually also goes to the DJ Arctic Commandos, the mail-in, and also goes to Rapid Deployment Force. It's kind of the Rapid Deployment Force is kind of interesting because it came with fast draw, but with none of his accessories, even his visor, and it came with a Night Force Shockwave and Night Force Repeater, but the accessories are that gold gun, low lights rifle with, I think, without the bipod, I'm pretty sure, and what's the other one? I forget what the other one is, but it doesn't originally go those figures. It's almost, I imagine Hasbro just had like a bunch of leftover crap. So he's got a couple different guns, a couple kind of rifles. Here's a shotgun. He's got a machete, because you know you need a machete when you're in space to cut through all that space brush. But yeah, I think he's cool. I think he's a cool sculpt. I think he is underrated. And I like him. I don't know. Again, I think he's obviously very 1993. Let's see how well his missile launcher shoots after all these years. Oh, perfect. Lots of power in that. And I don't know. I think he's cool. I like him. He's not a fan favorite. You can usually find him for pretty cheap. I will admit it's hard to find him complete because I don't know why. I don't know why it's hard to find him complete. But yeah, that helmet, you don't really see that too often. So there he is. There's some instructions in case you can't figure it out. But again, this is Robo-JOE, Mr. Greg Scott, kind of a generic name. And he says, I am stronger, I am faster, I am Robo-JOE. So thank you for watching this episode of Vintage Toy Freedom, and I will leave you with Yo Robo-JOE.